My name is Raven, professional wrestling superstar, former world heavyweight champion, and I want you to choose your four.
This is the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, and I want you to choose your four.
Hello, Pro Wrestling Rushmore. This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius of WWE.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Yes, it is, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore.
It's Pro Wrestling's Rushmore.
This is Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Hello, humanoids! This is Ian from Square Circle History, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Welcome to the only podcast that chooses a topic and allows you, the listener, to decide what ends up on our ultimate Mount Rushmore at the end of the episode. And the topic of this episode is the Mount Rushmore of ladder matches. Joining me is my co-host, the often imitated but never duplicated, Brian.
So, Ian,
Yes, Brian.
what do you want to talk about?
That's ridiculous. I hate when he says that. It's so, I don't know if it's overexposure or what, but it's like,
I never say it. That was my first time.
oh, okay. Okay, I got
No,
you.
I know what you meant.
I got
I
you.
know what you meant. All right. So, what's the topic today?
It's ladder matches.
Straight up ladder matches.
Wrong by damn wrong.
But is it straight up ladder matches?
TLC matches are included.
They are included.
Because there's a ladder involved,
Alright.
and you gotta climb it in order to retrieve something, as opposed to, say, use a ladder as a weapon. You know what I mean? There's no matches like that.
No, I see what you're saying. But I just, I'm a traditionalist.
Okay.
I think,
You don't think a TLC match
and that's
should be
fine.
included?
No, we'll include them. It's fine.
Well, it's too
I
late
see
now.
what- No,
Look
I
at
know
all
it's
these
too.
lists
I
here, we
know
can't,
it's
you
too
know.
late.
Yeah.
But I think on my list, I'm gonna have the straight up ladder match.
The straight up ladder match.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I think, unless they can persuade me to go somewhere else.
well, how are they going to persuade you? Are they going to call in?
Maybe I'll really like a match that I forgot about.
Oh, okay. Somebody will have submitted a list, and it'll spark something in you to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot about that.
I'll check it twice and
Yeah,
find
tis
out.
the season.
Oh,
Christmas is very soon. What'd you call me?
ho, tough guy.
Oh, goodness, Brian. And this is episode 40. The 40th episode.
And this is what we do for our 40th episode.
Sure, why not? We're
Wow.
climbing. We're climbing to retrieve another goal.
Two guys strive to survive.
So, are you wearing a wrestling shirt?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wish I had a kazoo to celebrate. What wrestling shirt
What do you mean?
wear?
I wore a wrestling shirt like what, 2 episodes ago?
Maybe 2 to 3, possibly. What's your wrestling shirt?
I wear the shirt pretty often. It's my Believe t-shirt.
I knew it.
Yeah, I know.
I knew it. You think he's gonna come back?
As Uncle Howdy?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. They said, I heard they were hot and cold about plans for continuing that storyline.
Yeah, I understand.
But I don't think I think they went with not continuing it. So we'd have to come back as like Bo Dallas or something.
Oh,
you'd
okay.
think.
Come out. Hey, buddy.
Well, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
didn't mind
cool.
that character.
That was cool.
Just running around the ring.
Yeah. Celebrating.
Believe.
Yeah. And how about Hell freezing over and CM Punk is now back in WWE?
He's back, baby.
And they're already there's rumors about him taking over NXT.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like Shawn Michaels' role?
Yeah.
But like legit.
Like eventually, Shawn will groom him for that role. The
No
guy's
kidding.
only been back for a couple weeks and they're already
Right.
giving him the keys to the kingdom.
Well, I did hear they signed a multi-year contract, so he's gonna be
Yeah.
around for a while at least.
yeah, like 3 years or something
Right.
like that.
Do you think? Well, no, it's too late. He already signed with Raw. But that would have been crazy if he signed with NXT.
Yeah, it would have been.
Like exclusively, you know, I know everyone's signed all together.
Well, I mean, it could get the ratings up over there.
Right.
But,
But NXT is not what it used to be either.
No, it's not. Not at all. But that's all the more reason to build it up to something more. It's going to be on, the CW next fall, switching networks. Now it's going to be a network TV. More people can watch it.
Do you think that's going to make a big difference?
Hopefully, for their sake.
What is even on CW?
I have no idea.
Of significance? Is it like rerun shows like King of Queens or something?
America's Next Top Model and those kind of...
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched CW since SmackDown was on it.
That's right, it was on it.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah, I guess anytime you have wrestling somewhere, people are going to find it.
Yeah, and how about this talk now that Warner Brothers Discovery wants Raw?
That'll leave AEW homeless.
Unless there's a non-exclusivity clause, meaning that they could both be on the same network.
How do you think that would go?
Not well.
You don't think so?
Not well at all.
Why do you say that, though? Like, what does it matter? Like, let's say Raw was on TBS.
Okay.
And AEW was on TNT.
On the same night.
They don't run on the same night currently, so
but what
I'm
if
sure.
they did? They were talking about possibly moving Raw to another night.
Yeah, I don't see that happening though. I think they work something out where AEW's got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because WWE's not moving.
Well, the talk. The rumor going around is that if that were the case, AEW would go to Discovery.
Oh, okay, which is owned under the same umbrella.
Yeah, under the same umbrella, but far less of an audience.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, 2024, big year.
Interesting
big
times
year.
Upon us again in the wrestling world.
Yeah, and interesting show we have here. We have a lot of matches to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah. So we might as well begin construction on the Mount Rushmore of ladder matches. For honorable mentions, Brian, we have 20 matches.
So yeah, we're definitely just gonna skim over these.
Well, I'm just gonna read them out, and if a match sparks something and you want to discuss it, we can discuss it.
I didn't know there were 20 ladder matches ever.
Well, the honorable mentions have 20 matches, and then the ones that we're going to talk about, 20 matches.
Jesus Christ, it's 40 ladder matches?
40 ladder matches, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's been more than that.
How many are from like Japan and stuff?
One.
Just one. Okay,
One.
let's do it. Let's go. We gotta go.
So honorable mentions.
Do it.
Okay. Christian versus Shelton Benjamin, No Mercy 2009. The Rock versus Mankind, Raw, February 15th, 1999. Edge versus John Cena, TLC match, Unforgiven 2006. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers, August 31st, 2019. Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2015. Edge versus Ric Flair TLC match, January 16th, Raw, 2006. Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper, TLC 2014. Eddie Guerrero versus Rob Van Dam, Raw, May 27th, 2002. Here's your Japan one. Kenny Omega versus Michael Elgin, New Japan Pro Wrestling, June 19th, 2016. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, TLC 2020. Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara, January 26, 2002. The Young Bucks versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, May 16th, 2022. We were at this one, Brian. Ring of Honor All-Star Extravaganza 2016. Young Bucks, Motor City Machine Guns, and Christopher Daniels and Kazarian.
Greatest ladder match I ever seen live.
Absolutely. That was an exciting match.
It really was. That crowd was electric, too.
Yeah.
Crowd was electric. The matches were great. Every match, I think, was Red Dragon. We saw Red Dragon against Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
That was a great match, dude.
And then, who was it? Dragon Lee and
Hiromu
Takahashi.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
right, so where were we here? Oh, here's a big one. NXT TakeOver New Orleans 2018. Adam Cole versus EC3 versus Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan versus Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream for the first North American championship.
I'll take their word for it.
It was pretty good.
I believe it. I'll take your word for it.
All right, we got Edge versus Jeff Hardy, Extreme Rules 2009. The Undertaker versus Edge, One Night Stand 2008. That was a TLC match. Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy, July 1st, 2002. TLC 4, October 7th, 2002. Christian versus Rob Van Dam, September 29th, 2003. And Randy Orton versus John Cena, TLC 2013, to unify the championships. Those were the honorable mentions.
That's a lot to take in.
20 matches. Now we got 20 more.
That's a lot.
And these were the ones that got more than one vote.
So do you think we could have just done an episode without you adding TLC? Just for like
Just
regular?
just ladder matches. Yeah, we could have. But hey, you're still using a ladder. The main object is to climb the ladder.
I know, but it's got LC in it.
No, it's got TC in it.
It's got TC in it. Well, it does.
It does. You're right. Tables, chairs,
Yeah,
ladders.
man, you just want the ladder.
Huh?
You just want the ladder.
Yeah.
It's a
The ladder,
traditional
like-
ladder match, you
Yeah.
know? Like that Undertaker Hardy, that was a good pick.
Yeah.
'Cause that made Jeff Hardy as a singles
Sure.
wrestler.
He's a
definitely.
Taker. I'm still standing, man. I'm still standing.
That's a terrible Jeff Hardy
think so?
impersonation. Awful.
Well, I give it a shot, you know.
Plus, you don't do the stupid Andre face. You
When I do the Jeff Hardy. Yeah, there's no Andre the Giant ladder matches on here. Almost for the fights.
I love how you cover your face now with your
I
phone.
can't. I know.
So I can't fucking see it.
I look like the guy from Beetlejuice.
The one with the shrunken head.
Eventually, yeah. All right, so here we go. These are the matches with at least 2 votes each. So we're gonna start with, from Hunter Scott and Wrestle War, we have CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy from SummerSlam 2009.
What was the lead up to that match, Ian?
Well, CM Punk was criticizing Jeff Hardy for all of his run-ins with the law.
Oh, I do remember this.
You know, bringing up
Yeah.
his drunk driving charges.
Right.
And of course, CM Punk being straight edge.
He's better than you.
Yeah, better than you, yeah. So, the World Heavyweight title is on the line. The main event of SummerSlam.
That's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. Jeff Hardy, who is a ladder match pioneer, as we will discover as we move on with this list.
Right, yeah, I'm sure he's everywhere.
Yep, and CM Punk, everybody loves him
Right.
now. Unbelievable.
What do you think about that, man? Like, he left 10 years, came back, but it's true. In WWE, like, if you get into any type of shit with ownership, McMahon, Triple H now, they automatically think you're done. But it's proven time and time again that's never really over for you in the WWE.
Everybody comes back.
They do.
Everybody comes
Because
back. It's
people want to
crazy.
see it. People want to see the controversy.
Yes.
People want to see things implode in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, of
I
course.
absolutely love it. I loved all the chaos that was going on in AEW.
Yeah,
I think
we
it
didn't
made it
see-
so exciting.
Right, we didn't see like what happened. No one has footage. Well, I think someone has footage of him
Yeah.
actually punching people and like
Yeah.
going crazy. But we haven't even seen it, and we still love it.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was out there.
Oh, that would be even better.
Right.
Or would it be even better? Because then we know the truth,
Yeah, I
and we're not
guess.
speculating and wondering,
Right.
and coming up with these fantasy stories of what happened.
True.
CM Punk breathing fire.
I agree there. So
So-
who went over in that match?
CM Punk,
CM Punk went over.
World Heavyweight Champion.
You gotta tell the people who went over.
Oh, well, it
Most
might
importantly-
inspire them to watch the match as
Most
well.
importantly, me.
So the next one here, 2 votes, Tiger Bomb and Legendaric. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, TLC 2016.
AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose. What event?
TLC 2016.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That actually was a pretty good match. I do remember that being
So what was the lead up to that?
I believe it was just one guy has the title.
You better be ready because I'm gonna ask you what the lead up was to all of these matches. 'Cause I need to know what got us there.
Suckers got to know, Brian. Suckers got to know.
What got those two men so heated that they had to fight in a TLC match?
It was just a competitive rivalry. They were just going back and forth with matches, and
So it was like, all right, last resort, TLC.
yep. And AJ Styles went into it WWE champion and came out of it WWE champion.
Good. Good for you. Good for you.
Shep and Dragon Rana give us votes for the inaugural Money in the Bank match, WrestleMania 21.
6 guys, right? Who was in that?
6 competitors.
Who
Let's
were?
see if I can remember these without having to look.
Are you trying to be politically correct?
Why?
6 competitors. Why? Because I said 6 guys.
Oh no, I didn't even think about it. I'm just in announcer mode here, I guess. So the guy who created it, of course, Chris Jericho.
Yes.
He was in it.
Okay.
Chris Benoit, he was in it. Kane, Edge, Shelton Benjamin,
Come on.
Christian.
Maybe.
I don't think it was Christian.
I don't know.
I don't think it was.
Oh, you came grossly unprepared.
One more.
Grossly unprepared for this show. I am so disappointed in you.
Who did I already say?
I don't know. Sheldon Benjamin, Kane.
So I already said Shelton Benjamin. I said Kane. I said Jericho. Oh, oof.
Oh, yeah, I'm in trouble.
Christian.
It was Christian.
Christian, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and he had Tyson Tomko with him.
Okay.
So when he fell off the ladder, Tomko catches him. You see, it's coming back. It's coming back. But do you remember who won?
It wasn't Kane, because Kane was only there to be the big man, throw people around.
Yep.
Wasn't Sheldon.
No, but he really proved himself in that match,
That was-
running
yeah.
up the ladder
On
and
the
doing a
rungs
dive.
and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
People
Man,
really.
that guy was so grossly underrated.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, alright, who else was in it? Tell me who else was in it.
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Edge, Christian, Shelton, Jericho.
Hold on. Edge, Christian.
Edge, Christian.
Christian didn't win.
No.
Shelton didn't win. Kane
Kane
didn't win.
Jericho.
Uh-huh. Who else?
Benoit.
Benoit didn't win. So it
He
was
certainly did not.
Jericho or Edge.
Okay. Hell of a guessing game, huh?
Edge.
Of course.
It was Edge.
Of course. He was the first Money in the Bank briefcase winner.
You think you know me. You don't know me.
You thought you knew it, and you did know it.
I did. I'm very proud of myself.
That's great. I'm proud of you too.
It's like more than half my life. Yeah, WrestleMania 21.
Okay.
No, all right, like 2 years shy.
All right.
Jesus, you want me to remember that?
I mean, we're doing a show about.
Well, you didn't come very prepared either. You had to look on Google and shit.
Oh.
Oh, who was the last guy? Christian? I think it was Christian. Was it Christian? Christian. Yeah, Christian.
Oh goodness.
What's next?
Next here, Bobby on the Beat and Legendary give us votes for the first WWF ladder match. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental title.
Hold on.
Yes.
How is that not on the top of the list?
Only got 2 votes.
That's bullshit.
You think so?
Of course.
I mean, the match itself isn't that great.
What are you, some kind of
You
asshole?
okay?
What do you mean it wasn't that great?
I mean, when you think about the other ladder matches that, came on after that, I mean, it's really
That's
not...
the best ladder match of all time.
You think so?
I know so.
Bret Hart wins.
Ask anybody.
Ask Bret.
We gotta edit this out because
Why?
you should be like, we are asking people.
We are asking people. Oh my god. So you like that match?
I love that match.
Okay. Is it on your Mount Rushmore?
What do you think?
I'm gonna
If
say.
I'm advocating this much for that match,
I'm gonna say yes.
if at the end it's not on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. This all would have been for nothing.
Exactly.
All right. So it's on yours.
Of course.
Okay.
That's number one. Don't try to piece mine together. I know how you are. Try to piece together. You be like, oh, I know what yours is.
What? When have I ever done that?
After it ends, you're like,
Yikes.
I knew that was yours. I was piecing it together.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Off air.
Do you know what the first ladder match of all time was?
Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, obviously. No. I'm sure it had Bret Hart in it.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Well, didn't he invent
But it
the
was in
freaking ladder
Stampede.
match?
It was in Stampede. 1972.
So was he like suggesting it at like 7 years old that
Yeah, probably.
these people had a ladder
Oh, I
match?
saw this match one time in Stampede. 1972, Dan Kroffat, Tor Kamada. But yeah, Bret Hart took that idea from Stampede and presented it to Vince. So him and Shawn Michaels showed him what the match was all about. And then, 2 years later, they decided to use the idea without Bret.
Right.
Shawn
got all
Michaels and
pissed
Razor
off.
Ramon. He was upset because that was his idea.
Of course he was. 'Cause he's upset all the time. That guy must be so miserable, bro. Imagine.
But every time you see him, like, outside of an interview or anything, he's smiling. He seems happy.
He's not.
How do you know?
I'm positive of it.
I'm positive Bret Hart's not happy. Every time he did a cameo for you, he was very happy.
Yeah, because he was getting paid.
That's true, too.
If he was here with me right now, he wouldn't be happy at all. Give him peace of my mind.
I think you have. For 40 episodes.
Better not give him too much. I don't have much left.
Mike the Wolverine and Tiger Bomb give us votes for the Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks.
Hardy Boys.
Ring of
Young
Honor
Bucks.
All-Star Extravaganza.
All right. Never watched it.
It was actually, remember the year the Hardy Boys returned at WrestleMania to be in that ladder match?
Yeah.
Well, this match took place, I think, the day before.
Yes, I do remember it now. Jeez,
It's
see?
a highly rated match.
Yeah, it was a good match, actually. I don't really think about it.
It was a dream match, like
All right.
the Young
I'm not-
Bucks obviously were influenced by the Hardy Boys based on their gear.
A little
Well,
bit.
early Hardy Boys.
A little bit. Yeah, when they were like Generation Me, too, especially.
Yeah, yes,
Back in TNA, right?
yes.
Where they were dressed like that, like real bad, weren't they?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was a blatant Hardy Boys.
Right.
But hey, the Young Bucks have now eventually, made a name for themselves. And
Yeah, good for them,
yeah,
I guess. I'm not a big Young Bucks fan. I used to be.
They've-
I used to be a big Bullet Club fan. Remember, when
yeah, I remember
Kenny
that.
Omega and all those. They were still in New Japan.
Yep.
Man, they were awesome. I have a Young Bucks T-shirt and inspired by the Bullet Club logo and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe they've been overexposed now. We've seen them too often, and the specialness is worn off.
The
Worn
specialness.
off.
The
The
specialness.
uniqueness.
The novelty.
The novelty.
There
That's
you
the word I'm
go.
looking for.
True wordsmith I am.
Oh boy.
Oh, that had to hurt.
I was actually going to press pause to take a break here, and definitely just whacked my knuckles around the table.
God.
That's a good place to break there.
On that note.
On that note. So, 2 votes here, Mike the Wolverine and Luke King. Rob Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy, SummerSlam 2001.
Sounds like it'd be a good match.
Yeah, and it was a great match until Rob Van Dam missed the big spot.
What spot was that?
Jeff Hardy's hanging from the strap of the belt saw.
Shit.
Rob Van Dam goes onto the top rope, goes to do a spinning kick off the
Yes.
top, completely misses him.
Yes.
Completely misses him. Jeff Hardy falls down, and RVD just,
It's crazy
Just
how
about.
it's crazy how these guys can be spot on
Yeah.
99% of the
Yeah.
time, and when it really matters, they just whiff.
Yeah, like that was huge. Rob Van Dam was huge, never bigger during that time right there.
Right.
He had just come into WWF at the time from ECW closing, and everybody loved him. Everybody loved him, and he's a month into this big push, and he whiffs.
It happens.
Completely misses.
Happens to the best of us.
But he went on to have a great career, so
He
it
did.
is what it is.
And then he screwed up again when he got caught with weed. Was it
Yeah,
Sabu?
he was the world champion. World champion gets,
Yeah, man, he
gets
just
caught
messed
with
up.
weed. If it were only a few years later, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it would have been. It's funny. I can smoke weed anywhere I want to,
Mhm.
but if I want to try to have a cigarette somewhere, forget it. It's the end of the world.
Oh yeah, you're
I get
an
chucked
animal.
dirty looks. Like,
Yep.
what the hell?
Yep, you're killing children.
I'm just killing myself.
2 votes, Legendaric and Suplex Sam. It's The Shield versus Team Hell No and Ryback from TLC 2012.
Team Hell No. And right, so Daniel Bryan and Kane
Yep, and Ryback
and Ryback.
against The Shield. The Shield's debut match.
Wow, a lot of
TLC
that?
match.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, it's better than you think.
Talking about make a statement. No, I'm not saying it was bad at all. I
Yeah.
actually think it would be a good match.
No, it was good. It was memorable, and I'm surprised it didn't get more votes, actually.
See, I'm positive I've seen the match.
Think of The
I've watched it.
Shield. Like, this was The Shield's first match in WWE.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's huge. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. Crazy.
So you say, all right. So Did they have to obtain anything being hung?
Ooh, that's a good question, Brian.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, I believe this was just wow. So this match actually goes against our whole thing of climbing the ladder to get something. So this would be the one match on there that there's nothing to retrieve.
Nixed.
Wow.
Nay.
Well, it's a good thing it only got 2 votes.
9. 9. Get it out.
Wrestle War and Legendaric. Armageddon 2006. Brian Kendrick and Paul London. Eminem, The Hardys, and William Regal and Dave Taylor. Joey Mercury's face explodes.
Oof, dude, yeah.
So one of the most brutal spots in wrestling history. They do the seesaw trick with the ladder, and Joey Mercury gets that ladder full speed right in the face. His nose explodes.
That was crazy.
His eyes instantly swell shut, and probably more blood. Maybe Eddie Guerrero might have had more blood. But still, if it's not number 1, it's number 2. Like, there's a lot of freaking blood here.
It might be number 1.
Oh, God. And then he comes out on SmackDown, like, a couple days later, and it looks like Frankenstein.
Right. Yeah.
Hope it was worth it, Joey.
It probably was. I mean, he had a job there forever, right? Still, does he still? I think he might still. No?
I don't know. I'm not sure. If he's not there, then he's in AEW, because apparently he's just really good backstage.
Yeah.
Has good ideas.
Good for him.
Still in this 2-vote category here, Paul Licious and JD give us votes for the Briscoes versus Kevin Steen and El Generico from Ring of Honor Man Up. September 15th, 2007.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yep.
All those guys can go.
Yep. Awesome match. Awesome match. They do. Briscoes do a doomsday device to El Generico, and it's I believe it's Mark Briscoe. Springboards off the top rope and jumps through a ladder to clothesline El
Damn,
Generico.
man.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, those guys, they used to do some crazy spots.
The Briscoes are one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and they never went to the big company.
Yeah, I've always heard you say you really like those guys.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite tag teams of all time. If not number 1, then number 2,
Right.
or 3.
But I think they would get lost in the shuffle.
No,
although they're unique.
No, they're unique. That's it.
No,
They're unique.
exactly.
They're like the Bushwhackers with like the dial turned all the way up, and they're not grabbing people's crotches.
Yeah, but there was so many teams that were unique like that back in the day.
Maybe, but because of the time period that they were there. Well, think about it. The time period that they were available for WWE to get, there was nobody like them.
But what about their size?
Same size as CM Punk.
Yeah, built.
Yeah, if not bigger.
I think Punk's a little bit more cut up than those guys.
Maybe now.
Yeah.
Certainly was not then.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, Briscoes, yeah, they would have been. God, I could have seen those guys main event WrestleMania, tag team titles. I'm telling you.
Stop
telling
it.
you.
Stop
I'm
it right
telling you. They are so unique and they're so easy to get behind. They're regular dudes.
How?
Regular rednecks from Delaware.
They're so annoying.
Why? Why do you think they're annoying? They're chicken farmers. They're just regular chicken farmers. Mark Briscoe's missing a lot of teeth. Jay Briscoe was a multi-time Ring of Honor champion.
Yeah. No, I mean that is awful. What happened with him.
Terrible.
It's
Yeah.
Very sad, man. But like, I don't know, dude. I think they'd get lost in the chicken farmers.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
The problem is they turn them into like real chicken farmers as a gimmick.
They'd be like the modern Godwins.
No, but they wouldn't know what to do with them. What I'm saying is like they'd probably come out in overalls and hillbilly gym-ish gimmicks.
But the wrestling's gonna speak for itself.
I just think Vince would ruin them.
It's a good thing Vince isn't in charge, but then again, it can't happen.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, well no, it can't happen.
Yeah,
now.
it can't happen.
I know.
I mean, they can still get Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the same.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. He cuts great promos, but the tag team was the act. Yeah, well, what could have been?
I was just gonna say that. Wow.
What could have been?
I was in the
Hint,
process.
hint, hint, hint. Don't forget that.
What?
What could have been?
What could have been?
What could have been? Possibilities are endless.
The fuck are you talking about?
I'm speaking in code, Brian. We got something big coming in 2024, and I'm dropping a hint.
About what? The show?
You're gonna ruin the surprise, Brian.
Is something big happening with our show?
Oh, will you stop? Moving on here. Danny Love and JD give us votes for The Rock versus Triple H, SummerSlam 1998. Intercontinental Championship, Madison Square Garden.
That was a good match.
That was a great match.
That was really good.
Yeah, I think that up to that point, that was The Rock's big moment.
Right.
It was big for Triple H too, but I think the way The Rock sold in that match really
That
really
whole
put him
event
over the
was
edge.
that event was really, really good.
For the Attitude Era, I think that
Austin
was
versus Taker,
Yeah.
the main event.
Yeah.
MSG. Short. That was a short entrance too, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was the
His-
highway to hell, so they had like the red carpet leading to
Exactly.
the ring.
Awesome
like
poster
fire.
for that show too.
Oh, one of the best posters.
It is, right?
It's gotta be. I don't know. Royal Rumble, 91 and 92.
No, put that on the list.
Ah,
Put it on the list.
wrestling posters coming soon. But yeah, Rock Triple H. That's a big one. That's a big one there. But only got 2 votes.
Right.
Not
Rock
gonna
went
make the
over, right?
Rushmore.
Rock went over?
No, Triple H.
Triple H went over.
Yeah. Purple Haze and Adam 84 give us votes for The Hardys versus Edge and Christian in 1999.
Hardy's, Edge, and Christian.
The Terry Invitational Tournament.
Okay.
TIT.
Of course.
But this was the first ladder match in that series. Like this was when these guys got over.
Right.
This was the tipping point right here. They proved that. Well, I mean, this was the first tag team ladder match.
Was Michael Hayes managing anybody?
No, because this is when the Hardys and Gangrel turned on Michael Hayes. And then after this, it was the Hardys that won, and they got the services of Terry. So,
Right.
bye-bye Gangrel.
Doot, doot, doot.
But yeah, that's a great match as well. And again, I'm surprised it didn't get more votes. But that is the nature of the beast, I guess. Hey, what about Undertaker, like completely stealing our gimmick?
Did he?
Undertaker does a Mount Rushmore every week now.
Wow.
Yeah. He's got his own podcast that you have to pay for.
Hmm.
And every week he does his own Mount Rushmore of a different topic.
Well, that's bullshit.
Isn't it?
That's not okay.
So every time I see something on Instagram, I have to respond to it and put, check out Pro Wrestling Rushmore on
Right.
YouTube and all streaming platforms.
And does nothing for your ratings.
No. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But hey, I guess it's good to be ripped off by the greatest. One of the greatest.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's true.
What's that?
We started August 2020.
Right.
And I'm going to have to add that to all of my Instagram posts now.
By the way, we're August 2020 old.
Yeah. See you soon, Undertaker.
We're coming for you on the...
We're coming for you, dead man. Adam84 and Paul Licious give us votes for TLC 3. The Dudleys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. This was on SmackDown.
And they were...
2001.
And what were they fighting for?
The Tag Team Championships.
Alright, so there was something to fight for.
Yes.
Are you positive all those other ones had something to fight for?
Thus far, yeah. Yeah. Except for the Shield and Team Hell No and Ryback.
Right. Huh, alright. I could swear there were more than just that one. But,
That didn't have something to...
yeah, something hung up.
Oh, I see. Hey, you know what didn't get a vote on here, and I'm kind of surprised, was Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero for the custody of Dominic.
Okay.
That did not get a vote on here.
Eddie Guerrero versus Six from Sold Out.
Ooh, that's a good one. That didn't get a vote either.
Man,
Wow.
I like that match.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good one. Yep. Nobody voted for that. What about El Torito and Hornswoggle? WeLC.
What?
The WeLC match.
I don't remember that.
No? It was a
No.
little ladder, a little table,
Oh,
and little
man.
chairs.
That's awful.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, TLC. Do you remember anything about that?
I don't.
No? Chris Benoit jumps off the top rope onto the floor. He's looking for a swan dive headbutt, but I think it was Bubba Ray Dudley rolls off the table. Benoit goes through the table,
Yep.
ribs first. He gets carted off,
Damn.
and then comes back and wins the match for he and Jericho. This was the night after, well, it was taped the night after, but the Thursday after they beat Austin and Triple H when Triple H tears the squad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, pretty big week.
I'll have to check it out. I'm positive I've seen it. Again, you're going to hear me say that a lot because I am positive I've seen it.
It's
I
classic.
just don't remember.
Another classic here. My boy Benny and Adam 84. Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, SummerSlam 1995. So, the rematch.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't as good as the other one, but I guess you said that, what, they couldn't use
They
anything
couldn't
but
use the ladder as a weapon.
Right, that's what it was.
Yeah. So they were under restrictions. I think they did a good job. You know, Shawn Michaels does a big moonsault off one of the ladders, and it's Razor Ramon. So they can do moves off the ladder, but
They
just
can't use it as a weapon.
use it as a weapon.
Right. And that's what people want to see, essentially, when you're looking for a ladder match.
Yeah.
You want to see the weapon be used as the ladder be used as a weapon. Correct?
Yeah, just like in a steel cage match. If you don't use the cage as a weapon...
What's the point?
Exactly. Well, to keep them in. And to keep everyone out.
Yeah, but if, it's insinuated that it's going to be used, so
Yeah.
you want to see it being used.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Daryl in Georgia and Adam84 give us votes for Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit, the Royal Rumble 2001 for the Intercontinental Championship.
Straight up ladder match.
Straight up ladder match.
That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely. This is an awesome match.
That's a great pick.
Awesome match, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Benoit dives through the ropes. Jericho. No, I think it's the other way. No, it's the other way around, I think. I can't remember. But either way, somebody gets hit in the head.
If it was
with a
Jericho,
chair.
got hit in the head by
Jericho
Benoit.
got hit in the head by Benoit.
Pretty
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then Jericho gets the walls of Jericho on Benoit on the top of the ladder.
Right?
That's a great match.
That is. It's
That
really
is a
good.
great match. But it doesn't make the Mount Rushmore. Okay. Paul Licious and Hunter Scott give us votes for Kevin Steen versus El Generico from Ring of Honor Final Battle 2012.
Is that when Kevin Steen screams he hates him?
He hates him.
I hate it! I hate you!
They do spots through ladders. That's a wild match.
Yeah, that was a really good match, man.
Yep. Kevin Steen and El Generico. Wonder what they went on to do.
Big things.
Big things. Big things.
Man, I'm not a huge Sami Zayn fan because I think he's a whiner. You know what I mean?
He's not a whiner, he's just Canadian.
Well, that too. I guess that automatically makes him a whiner. But, I think they could have done something with him with the title.
It's not too late.
No,
Build him back
it's not
up.
too late, but that was cool. That was a really cool storyline, which I guess makes sense because just the longevity of it
Yeah.
and different layers there were to this title
Yeah.
run by Roman.
Well, alright. While we're on that topic, who is Roman going to fight at WrestleMania?
He's gonna fight Cody.
Think it's going to be Cody?
It's gonna be Cody, because Punk's gonna go wrestle
Seth.
Seth.
They already got that. They already got the seeds planted for that.
Seth.
Although, I don't know if Punk's going to win the Rumble.
No, they could have a tie.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was thinking more so #1 contenders match in Australia, Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, well, of course they're gonna have to do that.
They gotta have, something for that. You can't have an Elimination Chamber without an Elimination Chamber.
Right. So maybe the Royal Rumble winner picks their champion,
Sure.
and then the Elimination Chambers for the other title.
So in this case, Cody wins the Rumble second year in a row.
Right.
Obviously, he's gonna finish the story.
Right.
Unless he's like, I'm going for the NXT title. My dad made NXT. That's what I'm going for. Everybody's like, what the hell? no? Like, really? Like, this is the story you're gonna finish? Like, the opportunity is right for the pick, and he's like, no, man. I talked to Pharaoh, I talked to Brandy, I talked to my little girl, I talked to the spirit of Dusty. He said, Cody, if I were you, baby, I'd go for that NXT title. Cody's like, really, Dad, are you sure? Yeah, baby, that's where the money's at, baby. That's where the money's at. Primetime network television, baby. NXT title. That's the story we're gonna finish, Cody. I don't give a shit about the other belt anymore, Cody. NXT is where it's at.
Going out the pay window.
Cody, if you're hard up, if it's hard times, you grab yourself a bicycle.
Oh, fuck.
Cody Rhodes, NXT title, WrestleMania. Against Dragunov or Braun Breaker.
Actually, Braun Breaker really good match.
That'd be awesome.
That wouldn't be a bad match at all. I'm actually for it now.
Baby.
I'm actually for that now.
Oh my god, there's so much coughing in this episode, but it's the Christmas season, the weather's cold, and we're all sick.
Actually, it's really nice though.
Well, today it's just so...
Like 60
but that's
degrees.
why we're sick, because it's cold one day, and then it's like balmy the next day. I had to put a fan on. I've got so many fans on in this place right now, because I'm hot, and it's December.
Because it's balmy.
It's balmy.
This went off the tracks real fast, bro.
We were talking about Kevin Steen and El Generico.
Wow. Who's next? How many more do we have before we get to the top 4?
Well, it's funny you say that, Brian, because we have one more match that got 2 votes.
Oh, thank God. And it's top 4.
And then it's the top 4. Then it's the Mount Rushmore.
That's the best news I've heard all day. Besides you telling me I look like my 63-year-old father.
You do. You're looking more and more like your dad every day. But as I stressed, it's a younger version of your dad.
It's not what you said.
Well, not at first. I had to correct myself.
Like, no, I thought it was your dad. I was like, what's my dad supposed to be doing here?
That would be a swerve. That would be a swerve.
That's weird.
How am I supposed to record a podcast with you, Mr. Monas? Oh my goodness. Ridiculous side note. I actually had to pick up our friend Jeff at your house this morning.
You did, I know. And you wanted to record the podcast.
I wanted to record the podcast.
Bright and early. Like,
6 a.m. Like,
I'm
all right,
here.
I'm ready. Let's go. I don't want to go to work. Give me an excuse not to go in.
You should have came to my work and we were recorded. I told you. Come on by.
The on-location podcast here. All right, let's move ahead here. Purple Haze and my boy Benny, 2 votes. WrestleMania 2000, the Triangle Ladder Match. Dudley's, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys. The first time those 3 went at it in a ladder match.
It's a great pick.
Yep.
As far as matches go, it's a great pick.
That is a great match.
Probably one of the best matches of all time.
Definitely.
Top, what do you think, 10?
No, not that high. Maybe 20, maybe 25, but up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrestling matches that have been had.
Yeah, I'm going to say millions.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's millions of wrestling
Between
matches.
everything, like independence.
Everything,
Oh,
yeah.
then yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Probably like 2 million.
Well, I'm going to raise your 3 million.
3,022,000-ish.
God. Does it again. Remember anything about that in the match?
The Matt Wallace.
What about Jeff Hardy as a Swanton Bomb off the top of the ladder in the aisle?
Listen. Here's the thing with that match.
Yeah.
Those 3 have wrestled so much.
Yeah.
That I don't know which one.
I can't remember which one.
I don't know which one Jeff Hardy Swanton Bomb dived off of.
Well, this was the one in the
ladder.
aisle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there were multiple.
Yeah, because there's another one at ringside.
I'm not a fucking Jeff Hardy encyclopedia, okay?
Come on, man.
I don't study Jeff
Too
Hardy.
extreme, man.
How many times have those 3 teams wrestled? Not only in ladder matches, not only in TLC matches, but like just wrestled, dude.
Dozens and dozens.
And then they wrestled each other in like just, 4-way tag team, the 2-on-2. You know what I mean? They've
have good
different
chemistry,
incarnations.
They have good chemistry.
Stop hiding your face. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't remember that shit. All right, so you got that's where
Matt
you come
Hardy's.
in.
They set up the ladders in the ring, two ladders in the ring, and then they put a table across the top, so they got a platform.
Yep.
Matt Hardy walks across it and goes to get the belts. So then Edge and Christian grab a leg each and flip them off of that platform. Then they climb up and grab the belts down. They win.
They win. I remember it was a great match.
Sure was.
I'm not gonna fight you there.
So let's go into the Mount Rushmore now. These were the top 4 voted ladder matches.
Yay!
So let's start with one that got 3 votes. Bobby on the Beat, Suplex Sam, JD give us votes for the first TLC match, SummerSlam 2000. Hardy's, Dudley's, Edge, and Christian.
Oh, I'm shocked. I had no idea. I thought it was Beverly Brothers versus Heavenly Bodies.
Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey.
I mean, that's what I'm saying about those 3.
Yeah.
They could be in the Mount Rushmore by themselves in like each match they've had.
Sure. But in this case, what makes this one really special? Not just the fact that's the first labeled TLC match. They made use of the ladders and the tables. Put them around ringside. Sweetened up the gimmick a little bit. But this was the first time that they had people hang from the ropes that hold the titles.
Yeah, that's what Edge speared him, right?
No.
Oh, fuck
But
me.
we're getting closer to that.
What do you mean, like a different match?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was Matt Hardy and Devon, I believe, hanging from each hanging from a rope, and Edge and Christian throw ladders at them and they fall. Crazy spot.
Yeah, sounds it.
A flat back bump from 20 feet in the air.
Listen, anytime you had those 3 teams together against each other at any time, it was magic, man.
Sure was.
All those guys had so much chemistry with each other. It was kind of unmatched at the time.
Chemistry, man, chemistry.
Think about how many matches, like, we've had a few Mount Rushmores of matches and stuff,
Sure.
and they're kind of always on there.
Oh, always on there. And the one, and we'll get to it, the one with the most votes finished pretty high on that list. Actually, I mean, from this point on, yeah, these are great matches. Just like this one right here, also on the Mount Rushmore. 4 votes. Danny Love, Purple Haze, Paul Licious, and Dragon Rana. Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels, No Mercy 2008.
Yep.
For the World Heavyweight title.
That was a good rivalry, too.
Awesome rivalry, awesome match. Great finish, too. Like really, edge of your seat finish. These guys, they both make it up the ladder. They both get hold of the title, and they have a tug of war for the title. And, each one slipping. The drama is at an all-time high. And it ends with Jericho taking the belt and pushing it in Michael's face. And Jericho gets the belt. He wins.
Pretty cool, innovative finish, like you said.
Definitely
different. I did like the match. It was, and it's like the drama, like leading up to that match. And,
oh my God, yeah.
And shit,
Yeah, Jericho punches Michael's wife in the face.
Yeah, man, in the crowd, but it was by accident, wasn't it?
yeah, it was by
accidentally
he was
on
going
purpose.
He was going to punch Michael's.
Right,
Michael's
he moved.
and
Yeah.
The wife gets a full-on punch to the face, like a full-on punch to the face. How do you convince your wife? All right, here's what we're gonna do. He's gonna punch you in the face.
She wanted her eye to match his.
You see how his eye is? That's gonna be your eye.
No, he doesn't tell her. It's all a conspiracy.
Oh,
he's gonna tell him to be.
She's getting punched.
No, he's gonna tell her it's a working punch.
Oh, okay.
So she's gonna stay there and take it, but it's gonna be full on. So Jericho's in on it too.
So Michaels tells his wife it's gonna be a working punch.
Yeah.
And then Michaels tells Jericho, no, she's in on it.
Yeah.
Full on working punch to the face.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I see. I see. Because she did. I mean, she
took it. He's like, I want her eye to be like mine, and Jericho's like, okay, I got the mission.
Oh boy. 6 votes here. Ready for this? Bobby on the Beat, Daryl in Georgia, Purple Haze, Mike the Wolverine, Hunter Scott, and Shep from Shepland. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, man, of course.
All-time classic.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wasn't that on here already?
The match from SummerSlam was on here, the rematch. We already talked about the rematch. Now we're talking about the WrestleMania 10 match.
Oh.
The WrestleMania 10 match, they could use the ladder as a weapon,
Right.
which is why it was better.
That's the best ladder match ever.
Well, not according to our fans, Brian.
Which one did I argue that before, though? Wasn't I arguing it was the best ladder match ever? I thought that's the one we were talking about. Oh, no. I don't know, I'm very confused right now.
There was more than one Razor Ramon Shawn Michaels.
I know there were
match.
two. There was SummerSlam
Right.
one and the WrestleMania one.
Correct.
But I thought the WrestleMania one already came up.
No, Spider.
See, I was confused because when I was arguing my point earlier in the show,
You
I thought I
it
was arguing for that match.
Yeah, no.
And it wasn't the SummerSlam one that I was arguing about either.
You were arguing for WrestleMania. But if I remember correctly, I said to you, we'll talk about that match later. And now it's later.
Oh, all right.
Here it is.
Oh, I hope that's the case because
I'm pretty positive
losing
that's
it right
the
now,
case.
man. Alternate universes, bro.
Maybe it's the Mandela.
We
effect.
pressed pause and we just
We
went to a
did.
different
That's
realm.
what happens when we press pause. Is it throws everything off.
Everything gets thrown off.
Everything gets thrown off. But I mean,
We should eat after we're done with the podcast.
so
Just
the
let our
food is
food gets
there, and
cold.
we're like hungry dogs, like waiting for
Right.
it. Like stay,
Yeah.
stay. Finish the podcast, then you can eat. That's your reward. Good boy. But no, we pig out right away. We're bad dogs.
Yeah.
Bad dogs. All right, so 7 votes. The most voted for ladder match. Bobby on the Beat, Daryl in Georgia, Dragon Rana, JD, Mike the Wolverine, Hunter Scott, and Shep from Shepland, TLC 2, WrestleMania 17, Edge Spears Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. For
That's-
the moment, though, right?
For the moment, but that's a very memorable match, and arguably the best WrestleMania of all time, majorly because of this match.
Right.
And this match finished very high on our Mount Rushmore of wrestling matches. Although, kind of funny, this TLC 2 finished higher on our ladder match list, whereas on our Mount Rushmore wrestling matches, Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels finished higher. So,
That's
just,
kinda-
weird things, but some people like cucumbers better pickled.
Inconsistency from our audience.
Possibly. But I think with the inclusion of the TLC match to this list, it kind of throws things off, but TLC match, 9 times out of 10, essentially, it's just a ladder match. Just a ladder match. So there it is, the Mount Rushmore of ladder matches. We got TLC 1 from SummerSlam 2000, Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels, No Mercy 2008, Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 10, and TLC 2 from WrestleMania 17.
I'd say it's a great list. As far as
Great
matches
list.
go. Matches all worth going back and watching.
Oh, definitely. What's your Mount Rushmore, though?
You ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this.
All right, I'll wait.
No, I'm gonna tell you. It's 6 versus Eddie Guerrero from Sold Out.
Oh, that's a great...
Dude, it's a memorable match.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Shocked nobody picked it.
Right, that's me too.
Yep, shocked.
Like the whole black and white theme was cool.
Yep.
Remember?
That whole event was crazy.
Yeah, it really was.
Yep. Worth going back to watch.
Then Shawn Michaels versus Razor, WrestleMania 10, of course.
Sure.
Has to be on there, bro.
Definitely.
Right?
Yep.
Like, is it on yours?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
It is,
oh,
right?
yeah. For sure. That's like the quintessential ladder match. Like, seriously, like that's...
Yeah, no, I agree.
They are the innovators.
If you're gonna want to go back and watch the innovation of the, I know there were ladder matches before that, but the innovation of how to use the ladder in a ladder match,
Yep.
that's it. Bar
Definitely.
none. My number 3 is gonna be Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy
Oh,
on Raw.
wow, you really liked it, huh?
I really did because
Yeah.
that made Jeff Hardy. I thought Jeff Hardy was really good after that match, and the way Taker showed him respect in the ring was cool.
Yeah,
The whole thing.
sure.
Number 4, and it's gonna, I don't know, maybe a lot of people didn't watch this match or
It's
they're not
WLC,
familiar.
isn't it?
Hornswoggle, you asshole. No, it's Sabu versus Sandman. Stairway to
Stairway to
Hell.
Hell. Yes.
Stairway to
I
Hell.
don't know why I
man.
didn't put that. It's because Stairway to Hell You climb the ladder to get the weapon,
Yeah.
and then you use the weapon.
But you're still obtaining something.
You're still obtaining something. You're right. You're right.
You
And
know
that
what I mean?
match was just brutal.
It was.
Just brutalized one another. Sandman's a freaking mess.
Yeah, man.
Looks like he got into the ketchup.
It was great.
It was bad.
Yeah,
Well, it was great, but...
I had that tape from RF Video, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Did you
watched
steal that one?
I don't steal, dude. What's
Oh,
wrong
okay.
with you?
I'm sorry. I guess I got bad sources.
Yeah, Rob Feinstein at my door. He was like auditing my RF Video
Yeah, I'm
stash.
sure he's got bigger problems than that.
Like, Toai's not coming in, my kid. Get him back.
What are you doing here? How about you
What are your
How about you
intentions?
take a seat? What? And I didn't ask you this question earlier. I should have asked it earlier, but what makes a good ladder match?
Exactly what it is, dude. You use the ladder. Use one ladder, if possible. If possible.
Okay.
You keep a spare under the ring. All right. You don't use that spare. When you're going home, if you want to take that spare out and use it for added drama, do it.
Do you have a square to spare?
No. Did I say square?
No.
Oh.
It's a Seinfeld reference.
I know, but I thought...
No, I just couldn't help it. I mean, you're saying you don't have a ladder to spare.
No, but you need another one. You need another one. So if you have like time to spare before you go home, like 5 minutes or whatever, then you can use that ladder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because now you know not really going to need a spare.
Now, do you think it would have made a difference in, say, the TLC matches if there was only one ladder and everybody's fighting for that one ladder?
Yeah,
It
man.
makes it a lot more competitive.
Right. It's like trying to get the thing on the pole. You know what I mean?
Pinata! Pinata! Yeah, and I think in going back, and I mean, I'm going to tell you my Mount Rushmore, but first, all right, I'll start with it. Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels.
10.
From WrestleMania 10,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And I think because the way that match is structured, there's a fight to get to the ladder.
Right.
That's like chapter one of this story.
Well, it's a
of this
story.
match.
They're telling you a
Yes.
story throughout the match.
Yes.
So here we are, fighting for the ladder.
Yep.
You know,
then it's obtaining the ladder. Okay.
Exactly.
Now we've got the ladder. Now we're physically fighting over this ladder, and then it's the fight to climb the ladder.
or the fake. Don't forget in chapter 2 with fake spots onto the ladder.
Sure.
So now you're teasing
Sure.
it.
Yep.
Then when the big moment comes and you hit it, bang. End
Yeah.
chapter, you hit your big move on the ladder. Now you can start using it as a weapon more because
Yeah. Now you open the
you're
ladder.
already. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Psychology, man.
absolutely psychology. That's it. That's it.
It's gone, bro. It's gone.
Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. But yeah, Razor HBK, that's on there. TLC 2, WrestleMania 17. Awesome. Awesome stuff. I do love that Jericho-Shawn Michaels ladder match. Number 4 on mine, though, is Briscoes versus Steven Generico.
Yeah.
Love that
Love
match. I'm telling that Doomsday Device and that jump through the ladder with the clothesline.
Yeah.
Just picture perfect moment.
Yeah.
Picture perfect moment. Awesome match. Those guys.
Man, Sami Zayn had some good matches too with Cesaro and NXT.
Oh, great matches.
Remember the one we dove through the two middle
Yep.
ropes?
Yep.
Not like I'm
Nah,
talking on the
man.
corner.
Yeah, the corner.
Yeah.
The quarter bottom rope. Unbelievable. Another split second moment. Like if he had been like a centimeter off, that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah,
and
it
he
crushed his
would've-
neck or something.
Yes. Awful. Just awful. Or what could have been awful.
Right.
But that's yeah, man. Ladder matches, they're dangerous, man. Jeez, what about that one that happened earlier this year where Dante Martin broke his leg?
Yeah, that was disgusting.
That was Sid level disgusting.
Yeah.
His leg was backwards.
They're careless over there, though. Don't you think? AEW.
Yes, but I mean, that was... You could... I don't know. Like, how do you plan for that? You're doing a flipping pile driver, and I'm not just, trying to prevent myself from swearing. It's a flipping pile driver.
Right.
Off of one ladder through a table on the floor, and the guy lands on his heel, and his leg just breaks.
Yeah. And then you
Twists
wonder,
around.
then they wonder why, on these podcasts when the veterans, like Cornette, are calling them stupid for doing too much.
Yeah.
Because you kind of are, man.
It's true. It's true. You don't need to do a flipping pile driver
No.
off of a ladder onto a table on the floor.
Like,
It's
is
not
that-
necessary.
Was that worth it, stupid? You know what I mean?
No, that Dante Martin lost months of his career.
Exactly.
And good thing he's still young, but still, now he's gone through a broken leg. what's that going to do for him? His leg can't be as strong as it used to be.
Right.
Maybe it is, because now he's rehabbed it, and now he's tip-top Magoo.
Yeah, man. It was ugh. That was disgusting.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this episode wasn't disgusting, and hopefully the next one isn't disgusting.
Did you give all yours? Did you have one more to go?
No.
Oh, you got them all.
No. Michael's Razor, TLC2, Michael's Jericho, and Briscoe's Steven Generico.
Yep, gotcha.
The next episode, and this one was just suggested to us today by Mikey from the Streets, we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of celebrity appearances.
Okay.
So anytime a celebrity has appeared on wrestling, whether it be WrestleMania, whether it be a guest host of Raw, whatever, let's talk about it.
There's a lot. Pee Wee Herman.
Bob Barker.
San Diego Chicken.
Oh yeah, that's P. Rose.
P. Rose.
That's P. Rose.
Yeah.
Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White.
Mr. T.
Hall of Famer Mr. T.
Main event of the first WrestleMania, Mr. T.
Hall of Famer Drew Carey.
Hall of Famer Drew Carey. And Tiger Ali Singh in the backstage of Royal Rumble 2001 said, "Who is Drew Carey?"
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak was never on WWE.
He wasn't in the WrestleMania?
No, Alex Trebek was.
No.
Jeopardy. The answer is
Leave it to me to fuck up
Alex
huh?
Trebek. Wrong
Terrible.
game show. Wrong
Terrible.
7 o'clock game show.
I could have swore Pat Sajak was there.
I'll give you time to Google.
Was he Survivor Series?
It wasn't Pat Sajak. It was from Family Feud. Ray Combs.
Ray Combs, that's
Ray
what it
Combs.
was.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
That's when Stu stole the jacket.
Yes, from Helen. Stu's jacket with Helen's face on the back. You can hear Bobby on the beat in the background with his Macho Man Randy Savage shirt. Purple. Danny Love, you got a wrestling shirt on over there?
No.
No wrestling shirt.
Boo!
What are you booing for? You barely wear wrestling shirts. I give you wrestling shirts and you don't even wear them.
You,
I'm getting tongue-tied here.
You better believe when I do, I look damn good.
That's a good comeback. You know what we always forget to mention?
What?
That we're on Instagram, square.circle.history, and we have a pro wrestling tees store.
How many tees we got on that store? How many are up?
I think we have the Square Circle History logo, we have the Pro Wrestling Rushmore logo, we have the Abraham Lincoln Square Circle History logo,
I like that
and
logo.
we have the Brian Hates Brett shirt. Classic, so we got 4. Woo! How about Flair's energy drink? Woo Energy.
How about Flair trying to fight Michael Chandler?
Real or fake? Work or shoot?
Fake. That's a work.
Nope, shoot.
Ian, come on, dude.
Shoot.
All right, how old's Flair? 72.
Yes, but what you don't think
Did
Flair
you
would do
see that punch? Come on,
Because
man.
he's drunk off his ass and an old man. He's not going to have a strong punch.
I also don't think that. I don't think that if it was real, we wouldn't be hearing more about it.
But
Why isn't
we
this
are
news?
hearing more about it, though.
We're not,
Either
exactly.
way, we're not.
But why? You don't think if it was a shoot that you'd be hearing it in other places, other sources?
No, because
ESPN?
I think if it's a shoot, they'd want to keep it hush hush.
Why?
Because you got two sports figures that got in a pretty serious situation in a bar. Just a heated argument over who had better stamina.
I have no idea.
It's ridiculous.
All I heard Chandler say was, "I don't do lines, Rick."
Ha.
Right?
Ha.
Did he say that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I thought so. I don't know. But we got the head of the table coming out.
Head of the table, we got SmackDown on, so I guess we're gonna call this a show, Brian.
Head of the stable.
Head of the stable.
Aubrey Edwards is there.
Oh!
Aubrey Edwards is the Clydesdale.
Oh, jeez. What is she, a horse?
Of course.
There it is. So for Brian.
Good night. And, yeah, so we didn't say what was going on with our show.
Excuse me?
Didn't
Would
say-
you like to give
No.
the news?
No, and we don't have to. Didn't you say we were going to, though?
Well, we just teased it.
Oh, we teased it.
We teased it.
All right.
We said that something big was coming in the new year.
All right, so you want to unveil it in our next show.
Well, no, now we've teased it. We can't leave them in suspense at this point. We gotta let them know. This is the last show of the year.
You talk about psychology.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave the people hanging so they can tune in to the next show to find out.
What if we
That's
give-
how they come back. Do you think they give that much of a shit? Like, to hear it right now?
Well, if they didn't give a shit, then they would just turn it off now, and they wouldn't know either way. It would be a moot point.
It's mute.
Mute.
I don't know. You want to tell them what the news is?
Yeah,
Tell 'em.
let's tell them.
Tell them.
Squared Circle History presents Pencils and Erasers. What could have been? What could have happened in wrestling history? Big moments, but with a twist.
We're going to rebook everything.
Rebook everything. We're gonna rebook all the big moments in wrestling history. What if this happened instead of this?
So, for example,
What if Triple H won the King of the Ring in 1996 like he was supposed to instead of Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Would Stone Cold be Stone Cold?
Would Stone Cold be Stone Cold? What if Hulk Hogan was not the head of the NWO? What if it was Sting? What could have been?
Yep. What if Ted DiBiase won the title at WrestleMania 4?
Instead of Savage? What could have been? How does that change wrestling history? So, we're probably, we're going to alternate shows. We're going to do some Rushmores. We got more topics in the bag, but we're going to be doing this too. Pencils and erasers.
And definitely, we want people to tell us what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you
want to
think?
hear about, what do you want to hear?
Big moments
Be
in wrestling.
rebooked.
Big moments in wrestling history, but altered. Famous moment. What if Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 3?
Yeah. How would that alter?
How does that change wrestling history? What if Roddy Piper beat Hulk Hogan for the title before WrestleMania 1, and WrestleMania 1 is now Hogan versus Piper for the world title?
Which I think should have been.
What if WrestleMania 8 we got Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair?
Yeah, man.
What if Piper was the one with the tear in his eye at the 92 Royal Rumble?
Piper wins Rumble 92.
Yeah.
Continental champion and world champion.
Oh, double champion in one night. Big moment for Piper.
There's a lot of it.
In a rematch with Hogan at WrestleMania.
In a rematch with Hogan. That's big. That's big. And still have it be Hogan's final match.
Right.
Ooh. The possibilities are endless, Brian.
Excited.
Pencils and erasers. Look for it in the new year.
Get your suggestions in, too.
And get your pencils and erasers.
What if Eddie never died?
Who?
What if Eddie Guerrero never died? What if he went into WrestleMania 22 for his scheduled match with Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, man.
What could have been, man?
We'll
What
try
could
to
have
figure it out.
been? We're going to try to figure it out. So, for Brian,
All right. Good night, officially. And happy holidays.
happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Don't be scared to say it.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day, and anything else you might celebrate.
Yes.
Cheers. This is Ian saying good night.